is it? Knicks down 3. Should the Bulls foul? No. Anthony for 3. Bang! That one goes down, and the game is tied.
Deflected. Carter goes back to get it. 3 seconds left. Carter with 2 seconds. Carter for the win. Got it! Vince Carter has done it! Nets win in overtime.
Williams will throw in. Rashard Lewis playing off the ball. Lewis gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer as the Cavaliers have pulled it off to tie the series and won a record shot.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy CWSapp, and we actually have a surprise podcast, to be honest with you. Let me first off, before I even introduce my guest, let me tell you guys what happened. Chaos hit me up. He told me, he said, look, man, we got Prime. He ready to go. Now, for everybody that doesn't know, I'm planning a wedding right now, but I hit up my man Prime on Instagram, told him we gonna make sure we get him in, and we just happen to get it in right now. So we got my man Prime in the building. What's up, man?
What's good? What's good, everybody? How y'all doing?
So this is what we gonna do, man. We got no other guests. It's just me and you. So we gonna call this segment the Prime All the Time segment. So, man, say what up to the people, man. Before we even get into everything, man, tell the people who you are, what it is that you do, and a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, a lot of people know who I am. A lot of people don't. So, well, my name is Prime. I am so-called the godfather of NBA Live.
I would agree.
I am the one that knows pretty much about anything that comes about NBA Live, you know, from the start all the way to the now. If there's anything about Live that you need to know, the ins and outs, upside down, whatever that it is, I know about it. So primarily it. You can primarily, from all my videos I've done, a lot of people can actually see exactly how I get down. I wish I had the other ones that I had up. Some of the other ones, a lot of those I took down. I wish I would have never did it.
Why'd you take them down?
I took them down because of the quality, and I wish I would have kept them. Because so I had a whole bunch of, so I have over 150 videos. I would have had way more than that, but you know, I took some of those videos down, so it's not a big deal.
All right, and also, if you can, and like I said, I'm gonna ask you a few questions as we go forward, but if you could just briefly tell the people where they can find you at on YouTube and anywhere else.
Well, that's very simple. Just type in Prime76. That's all you got to type in. Once you type that in, I'm going to pop straight up. Easy.
Amen. So look, as you've already established, you are a live guy. That's what you are. You know what I'm saying? When I looked at your YouTube page, you know what I'm saying? That was the first thing that popped up on my mind. I said, this dude is live all day, every day. And I respect that. Now, before we even get into talking about the basketball game in general, let's talk about you real quick. You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Go ahead, shoot.
All right. Now, the first few of us are going to be some basic questions. Then we're going to get into a few random things. Then we're going to talk about live. Starting off, how long have you been doing YouTube videos, man?
I've been doing YouTube videos since 2009.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish I would have started doing them when Live 08 was out, but I started doing it with Live 09. And when I did it, it was like, you know, I really didn't have what I had now. You know how technology was then. We didn't have everything like that. Well, we did, but I didn't have it at the time. So
we didn't come a long way.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started out, man, I had a what they call it, a Logitech camera. I had a Logitech camera, and I would just let it eye on the TV screen. You know, I still got a couple of those videos. I let it eye on the TV screen. I didn't have it.
Keeping it gangster.
Yeah, I just kept it, you know, so everybody can see. And that's how I started out, man. And it went on from there.
And I got to say you come a long way because, like I said, I watched a lot of your videos, man. The quality is excellent. And like I said, I just got to give you big ups on that, definitely.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
All right, now let's move on to the next question. What made you want to go as hard as you do with all the videos that you put out, man? Because I've seen the videos and you really go hard with it, man. What made you want to take it as seriously as you take it?
Well, you got to have a passion for something that you really love. And I do get, I get a lot of individuals that really, they hit me hard saying, and they don't understand it on the reason why I have it. It's just like, I'm like, I give a prime example. Take that energy on how you feel about a game that you like. And
true.
and then you'll get your answer. There's nothing about live that I don't know. So, I mean, and with that love for it, that's why I love it. It's not saying that I don't, and I love the game of basketball. I mean, I love the game of basketball. It is my first love to the diehard fullest. So,
absolutely.
But the things that live has had over the years, that's just my love for it and what it brings to the table. And the only reason why a lot of individuals don't understand it, and this is just my perspective from my experiences and from what people have said or what I've seen. A lot of individuals, when they play, they don't take their time to play the game and even do their homework.
Nope.
They don't. They do not take the time and do their homework to even know the game. Because me personally, I'm my own critic. I would say something that, I would tell you that I love something, but I'll also tell you if the game is garbage. I will actually tell you. So, so that's how that is with that. So,
that actually brings me to my next question. Now, I saw that when Live was absent for a few years,
right,
you did do some 2K videos.
Yeah, I did.
How was your time with 2K when Live was absent from the competition?
I don't dislike 2K. A lot of individuals. Well, let me just get to the question what you were saying. It was fine. I mean, because I love the game of basketball. So with me having to love a game of basketball, it doesn't bother me. But the thing about me crossing over to 2K at that particular time is not saying that I never played the game when they were, I played the game, but it's not my preference. It's just not my preference. A lot of individuals will actually see, well, what is it about it? You have to really understand. Live has always had control. Always.
Yeah. I can't disagree with you on that, actually.
Live has always had the control aspect, always had the responsiveness, always.
The spacing.
Just the key elements of the fundamentals of the game has always been in Live. And a lot of individuals don't understand what meaning of under the hood means. They look at it, they see what they like, and they just roll with it. They don't go and do the homework entirely to find out what it brings to the table. So, and like I say, it's to each his own, and everybody is entitled to what they like. But
So for you, let me see if I can put this in metaphors. Let me give you a metaphor. It's almost like you got that banging girl that you really, really like, and you know what I'm saying. She let you go out on a few dates, but then for a few years she went overseas, and you had to settle for the girl that she was just kind of all right. You know what I'm saying. You weren't really feeling her as much, but she ain't really had no other choice. It was kind of like that for you when Live was gone.
You know what? Actually, Pretty much, yeah. I can put it to you like it was like yeah, visually, yes. The visual wise, yes. She can look good all she want, but the inside was not to my liking at all.
I dig it, man. So you just kind of had to settle for that time that Live was gone. You ain't really had much of a choice.
Pretty much, because we didn't have anything else. It's just like I try to tell people like the situation, or you can compare it to just like Madden. You got to go just like Madden. You have to compare that situation just like Madden when Live was out, because it's basically the same, but there's nothing that you can there's a little bit more story with Madden than that. I don't get into Madden and all that stuff like that because I haven't bought a Madden game since 2008.
Oh wow.
I don't play Madden. I don't enjoy it. It's not, a lot of people trying to get me to buy it and get back into it. I don't enjoy it, man. It doesn't do anything for me. I love the game of football, yes, but Madden don't do anything for me. Ever since I played 2K5 NFL, I didn't enjoy football games. It just doesn't do anything for me.
And that's crazy because it seems like that's the general consensus, man. It's like people can have respect for Madden, but it's like 2K5 pretty much. it just put an ultimate dent into Madden forever.
Yeah. Well, I really wouldn't say a dent.
Okay, yeah.
I really wouldn't say a dent. Let me give you an example of what I mean by that, and then you can get to the next one. It's like the fundamentals and everything that implements in the game of football was actually in 2K5.
Absolutely.
Madden did not resemble that. Madden, it looked good. There were certain things in Madden that was there, but the things in 2K that I can break down was, weight was respected, strength, those are like the little intangibles that's in the game of football that needs to be there, and it's not in Madden. Madden is so animation based, it takes over. And that's where you can compare, just like with 2K. It's more animation based. You are thrilled and mesmerized by the animations and what it does, to the opposed of actually knowing, the real aspects of what it is in the sport. So, that's how I look at it.
No doubt. Well, you actually answered part of the next question that I have for you. I was going to ask you, because I know you're a big basketball fan. I could tell that just from looking at the videos on your page. But are you a fan of any other sports other than football and basketball?
I like baseball.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what's up. I've actually tried to get into baseball on TV. I have a hard time doing it on TV, but going to a live baseball game is like, it's a great experience, man. So I respect that.
Yeah, it's real good. Actually, baseball was really, really, really my first love at first.
Okay.
But it kind of died down. I think ever since, and my favorite baseball team is the Indians. So, but ever since, I would say
Cleveland.
That's right, the land, baby. But ever since, I would say after the '97 World Series.
So you a real student of the game. Okay.
Yeah, right after the '97 World Series, after we lost the way we did, and the way the organization just dismantled the team the way they did.
Yeah.
I still watch baseball, but my love started to fade because I saw, a lot of stuff change in the game and the way it was doing. Then, you had to strike and all that, and it just, then, I don't get into all that, but that's exactly what happened. So, but my love is still there, but not as deep as it is with basketball.
And man, next time we have a podcast where we're actually just talking about sports in general, when we get to the baseball part, man, we might have to have you back on in the future if that's okay with you.
Oh, that's fine. I love baseball. Baseball is my thing.
No doubt. So let me ask you this. I know live is your thing. I know you dabbled in 2K. Outside of those games, I know you say you don't play Madden. What other games do you play, if any?
That's easy. If it's a shooter, it's Gears of War all day.
Okay.
Gears of War all day. I bang out. I mean, see, I play role playing games. I love Batman.
So I know. So you waiting on that new Batman?
Oh, no doubt.
Okay.
Transformers.
Okay.
So I do anything that's old school. I play a lot of games. I play a lot of games. I play a lot of games. Yeah.
I gotta ask you now. I'm putting two and two together. So is Prime, is that in any way related to Transformers?
Oh, of
the
course.
Name?
Of course.
Okay, I just had to make sure.
Yeah, right. It is. The reason why I got my name Prime. Yeah, the reason why I got my name is because I'm a big Transformer person. But when I was hanging with my boys or whatever like that, and actually Optimus Prime is actually the main person that I idolize a lot because of who he is and what he represents.
Exactly.
And Prime was my name, and since I'm a big Optimus Prime person, everybody called me Prime. They've been calling me Prime ever since I was 15. So
hey, I see. I'm putting the puzzle pieces together slowly, man. I'm getting it.
Yeah, so that's how I got my name, and I just rolled with it, man. I just stayed with it, and it's been with me ever since.
No doubt. All right, so my last regular question for you. I know you're a big YouTube guy.
Right. Who
are some of the other people on YouTube that you either respect or that you would like to work with in the future?
Well, I've worked with a couple of individuals that a lot of people know. Well, actually, I would tell you how I started and what actually got me to YouTube. Okay. Gideon Prime. He was the one that got me doing videos. I don't know if y'all know who he is. Truth Chasers.
Nah, if you could drop some knowledge on me real quick, that'd be appreciated.
I got on before I started doing videos back in 2009, I was listening to him. So I was watching
Okay.
videos and stuff like that. So I really wasn't really into the, the YouTube videos and stuff like that. And I was really, really trying to find out things with Madden, and then the way that he was bringing it and the way that he approached everything and how he was actually bringing everything to the table. And I was understanding it because I was saying the same thing,
Yeah.
And when he was saying that, I was just like, you know what? And that's when I really, really started getting into it. And then, it really wasn't nobody out there, to my knowledge, at that particular time doing any videos on live.
Yeah.
And it just popped up in my head, and I just rolled with it. And I just went ahead and did it. I just put my little twist to it. And, like I said, I've gotten better and changed over the years, but
I've seen the growth too, man. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize, but like I said, I can see. Like I said, you obviously feel comfortable on the mic. You obviously feel comfortable what you're doing, and I feel like that's something that you can really see when you really look at your videos. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel forced. You know what I mean? And that's something that I really think is big, because I hate when I watch people's videos and it feels forced. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like, I'm not really feeling this, because it doesn't even really feel like they feel what they're saying. And you do, you feel me?
Right. I mean, you got to have a passion. If you don't have the passion for it,
then what's the point, right?
Right.
It's like, what's the point if you ain't got the passion? No, my bad. I think I lost you for a quick second.
Right. You got to have the passion for it. If you don't have the passion to do it, then it's not really going to, you're not going to really do too well, and you're not going to really be comfortable, because sometimes people just babble out words, and they just say whatever. But if you don't have the passion, you don't have the love, then it's not really going to come out, the way that you want it to, And me, like I said, I've been doing it for so long. I got to the point at first I used to care, but I got to the point now I don't even care anymore. I just say what I feel, and that's where the love comes in. So, that's how that goes.
And something else, if I can just give you one more compliment, something else that I respect, because like I said, man, I don't bullshit. Like I said, if I have anybody on the show, man, I'm gonna go watch them videos. And something else I gotta say I respect about you, man, and this is just a personal preference, I don't like a lot of the yellers. Like, you know how you see some videos, like I said, I ain't gonna say no names, but there's some people I watch their videos and it's like, it's just, oh, look at this, whoa, oh my God. And I'm like, nah, like, I respect the fact you approach it from a knowledge standpoint. You know what I'm saying? And I like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the way I do it, because everybody, they want me to do it a particular way, and that's just not my style. I'm not going to, change on what I do, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to change with it.
Absolutely.
And back what you were saying about how I started, it was Gideon Prime, and then some of the other YouTubers that I do like, and I did start getting into Chris Smooth. That's when he started. Okay. When he first started, I did do some work with Chris Smooth. I did do work with him. Okay. I do have a podcast with him. Me and him did a duocom together.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's on my channel.
Awesome.
I also did a couple of.
I'm gonna check that out.
I also did a couple of duocoms with Shakedown.
Yeah, I actually saw the one with you and Shakedown. I saw that on YouTube
me
as well.
And Shakedown did one. I also did one with I did one with Barney Fife. I did one with him, and I did another one with NBA Jerry. I got him, and I also got one with dang, I'm trying to remember who the heck it is. It's on my channel, so you have to go there and look at my
no doubt.
But yeah, I did one, and but at that time, like I said, I got a couple of YouTubers that I like. I like a couple of guys that I watch religiously, that I do watch. So I do have the ones that I do. So.
Yeah, and like I said, I really like the thing you did with Shakedown. Like I said, it would have been, we actually had him on a couple weeks ago, man. And I meant to actually ask about you when I had him up there, because I saw that you two had worked together, man. But like I said, two great YouTubers working together, that's always good. So now that we got the basic questions out the way, man, we gonna give you some rapid fire random questions, man. So you don't even got to give too much thought into it. I'm gonna ask them, man. You just shoot out the answer, man. All right. What's a job that you could never see yourself doing?
Man.
And remember, this is like no holds barred, man. Whatever comes to your mind, you ain't gotta censor yourself.
I don't like
physical
nobody. Labor, man. You'll never catch my ass doing no physical labor stuff, man. I ain't doing that mess.
We ain't catching Prime at the shipyard. Fuck that.
I ain't doing no physical labor, man. I ain't doing that. You can chalk that up.
I could dig it. I could dig it. Yeah, I see you on your Instagram videos with the suit and tie. I'm like, okay, he getting it in.
Man, I go to work, man. I'm at a desk, man. I sit at my desk all day, man. I ain't doing no damn physical work.
I know that's right, man. I do physical when I want to go to the damn gym.
Exactly. That's probably the only thing I do physical is working out. Other than that, I ain't doing no physical, man. I ain't doing that.
All right, number 2, man. What's the best pizza topping of all time?
That's pepperoni and sausage, son.
All day.
All day. And maybe
All
with
day.
extra cheese, man.
Yo, you already got points in my book, man. Hey, if y'all listening, Prime is okay in my book. I want y'all to book it. Chaos, if you listening, book it. This man like pepperoni and sausage. He's good in my book. All right, number 3. What's the longest you've ever played a video game without turning that shit off?
That's a good question. You know what? Y'all gonna laugh at me.
I'm already prepared.
Oh, man. I played, you know what? I'm trying to remember. Dang, because I'm so old school, man. Nintendo games. Because remember,
we taking
when
it
you
back.
play Nintendo games, you got to remember, man, you had to play those games
You
straight
can't
through.
save.
So you couldn't
You can't
save. So if you play all the way through it, and it's like your adrenaline is running through it, and you want to, I'm like, damn, you got to go all the way back and you got to do it again. I'll probably say the longest I played on a game without stopping, I say 25 hours straight.
Oh, this dude is on point. Yo, this dude is on fire. 25 hours straight. He said, fuck sleep.
I did it 25 hours straight, and I probably say the next one that I did, actually, if it's a role-playing game, I'll probably say the only role-playing games that I said that I never get off and I just constantly played is Gears of War. Once Gears of War had came out, man, I was stuck. You know what I mean? I was stuck.
That shit is real. I know one time, man, I played Final Fantasy for so long, I thought my girl was gonna break up with me, man. It got pretty real, yo. But all right, number 4, man. What's the best holiday of the year?
Ooh, you know what? I'm biased. So since my birthday is on a holiday, I would probably say my birthday and Christmas.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, birthday and Christmas. If I had to choose, wow. You know what? I'll put it like this. I have to say Christmas because wifey, she go all out.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So I have to
that's
say
how my
Christmas.
girl is too.
Wifey, she go all out. So I have to say Christmas.
Yeah. It's hard to kind of bet against Christmas, man. Christmas is just that time, man. It's like no matter what's going on, man, Christmas will just make everything okay.
It ain't even a gift standpoint, man. It's about camaraderie. You know, all the family get together. You know, everybody gonna have time off. You know, the kids, they got spring break. You know, I said spring break.
Yeah.
The kids, they out of school.
No, I know what you mean.
Kids got they break, and you know, New Year's is right around. So around that time, you know, it's more family. You know, it's more time. You know, to be with your, you know, your loved ones. If you got a mate, that's a good time. You know, and it's actually good around that time because it's kind of crazy. Because the reason why I say Christmas because wifey's her birthday is in December, our anniversary is in December, and Christmas is in December. So that's why I got it. That's why I say Christmas. Man. So that whole month is like crazy for me.
Hey, yo, and it's crazy, man, because you know, I went to school for psychology, and one of my teachers was telling me, man, he said they did a survey. I forget what school had did the survey, but they said stress in America is the least amount the day after Christmas. So it's like around Christmas time, man, your stress level. I mean, it's just it's a beautiful way to just bring your stress level down.
Pretty much, especially if you got a family and you get the chance to be with your family, then that's a good time to, you know, when you do all your stuff. So yeah, I you know, that's a good thing. Family is important.
Christmas it is. All right, number 5. Would you rather be outside when it's freezing, when it's cold and freezing, or when it's just mega hot?
Mega hot and sweaty.
Oh man, see, I gotta go with the cold, man.
I hate the cold, man. I live up north. I'm gonna tell you something that's messed up. See.
All right, what's up?
Wifey don't like the heat. I do.
See, that's me.
She like the cold. Well, no, she don't like the cold, but she don't like it real hot.
She can't stand
I love the heat, so I love it boiling hot. But I hate the cold, man. I hate being cold. I do.
I feel you, but see, my thing is like you can always put on extra clothes, but you can't go outside butt ball naked when it's mega hot like you probably want to.
You know what my thing is? That this is the thing I say about being up north and then being down south. The difference is the only thing I say about being up north, and I say the good thing about clothes is the gear. because you can match up your gear real
definitely.
tight. Summertime you can do it when it's warm, but you limit it on your gear compared to wintertime. So that's probably the only thing.
Yeah, Christmas time. Yeah, I mean cold time, and you can get all kinds of accessories
gear
out
is the
there.
main thing when it comes down to that. But just about weather standpoints, I can't stand the cold, son. I can't do it. Yeah.
Understandable. I respect it. All right, number 6. Would you rather win a chess tournament, a spelling bee, or a rock, paper, scissors tournament?
I like the chess tournament.
Okay. Do you play?
Yeah, I play. It's more mental because you gotta outthink your opponent. I'm into competition. That's why I love head to head, because I like that the competition fact. You gotta actually think. You gotta outsmart your opponent.
Definitely. All right, last one, man. You ever had a crush on any of your teachers?
Yeah.
Who has it? Who has it, right?
Shit, who has it?
I'm about to say, look, I don't want to get you in trouble with wifey, so you ain't gotta go into no detail, man.
Wifey, I ain't thinking about her.
Don't let her listen to this. Edit it out, Chaos. Edit it out.
She'll probably smack me, but it don't matter though. She knows it's all good. But no, if I had a crush on my I had a crush on my my college professor, and I had a crush on my middle school teacher. That was it.
I had my fifth grade teacher. I thought she was so bad, yo. I remember, man. look, y'all. For all the listeners, y'all, I just need 40 seconds for this story, man. Yo, we had this thing over here in Virginia, man. It's called the Air and Space Museum or whatever, man. And we had a field trip. We was going there, right? And the teachers, we were actually staying there till midnight. So I had such a crush on this teacher, man. I was going around telling my boys, I'm like, yeah, man. I'm gonna be spending the night with Miss Staten at the, the Air and Space. I was so whack, yo. I was like, yeah, what I'm saying? Be spending the night with her, might go down. They was looking at me like, what the hell wrong with you, man? Shut the fuck up, man. But no, I'll never forget how whack I was. I thought I was big shit. I was like, yeah, man, going on this field trip. Yeah, I might be spending the night. I might let her get my sleeping bag. You never know. But all right, man, that's all I got for you on the random questions, man. So let's get down to business. Let's talk about what we brought you here to talk about.
All righty, let's get it.
All right, now listen. We talked a little bit about 2K. Now, I think we can currently say that from a financial standpoint and from a success standpoint, 2K is the current champ. You know what I'm saying? But from your videos, I know that you agree with me when I say that live really is going to try to surprise some folks this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a couple of big questions for you.
Go ahead.
Number 1, what should EA realistically expect in regards to sales, in comparison to 2K?
Honestly, to be truthful, EA don't have to worry about their sales because the product is going to sell itself.
Okay.
Because the reason why I say that, because they have their own format that they're going to stick by. And that format has always been the formula that made them successful. You gotta remember, EA is a $1 billion company.
Yeah.
They make $1 billion almost every year.
Yeah.
So, so with them with this right now, and well, that's what I'm going to say for that. They're a $1 billion company, so the game is going to sell. They'll be fine. They're going to the product is going to sell for itself.
All right, let me ask you this. Now, one of 2K's biggest claim to fame is the features. We got My Park and all this stuff. Now, personally, I don't really get into that stuff. That's just not really what I get into. But a lot of people, they're really into that. What do you think EA needs to do to compete with these type of features? Or do you feel like those are gimmicks and that EA doesn't even need to dabble in that area?
Okay. What I can tell you is this, okay? A lot of companies, they do this, and which is wrong. And this is something that I know for a fact that EA is not going to do the same thing that 2K does. Everybody know that My Player is the big thing right now. That's fine. Yeah. To me, personally, when they first did the My Player and they actually brought it out, it was a good idea. Okay? It was a good idea. But a lot of individuals and a lot of players started to take advantage of that. It's like, how can I put it? It's like people that live in real life where they take advantage of the government and they take money and they not really hurt. Well, people took advantage of that and they made a bad experience, a very bad experience. And when you got news and cheesers and stuff like that, they make it, and when it makes a bad experience, it makes the game bad. But
I agree.
To the point at hand with that is that EA don't need to do that, because they don't need to do a my player. They can do their own. They can do their own thing that can draw people to it. And the way that I see it on how they can do it is this. I'm gonna tell you the two things that's different. 2K, they're more into money. So what they're going to do, they're going to cater to get their money with that VC. EA is not going to do that with live.
I hate that shit.
Okay, that's one thing. They're not going to do that, because, excuse me, if you really know, if you go by past installments of live, everything that you had to do, like in team up or achievements or whatever like that, you had to earn that. You don't buy it.
Yeah.
You got to earn it.
Yeah.
So to get your weight up, you got to earn it. And a lot of people need to think, well, they so used to that my player. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice thing. It looks good. But when you actually start playing it, I'm talking about 2K right now. When you start playing it, okay, it looks good. It might mesmerize you. It's a nice feature. But your experience is going to be spoiled. And a lot of individuals will say, well, I don't like a person that's coming in there and they made their person up. I don't like a person that don't have a good IQ. I don't like a person that's going to come in there and be selfish. I don't like a person that's juiced up. They didn't work for it. They bought it. They don't know what they're doing. And that messes up your stats. That messes up your clout and what you need to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel that, with EA, when they start doing their part and take, they're going to do a team up. They're going to do Adidas Live Run. I think that, that's something for another day where I'll get more into. But I know that Adidas Live Run is going to come back. Me and the stream team, we are going to do our best to influence them when we get the opportunity to get them to bring that back. Team Up is coming back. But the Adidas Live Run with improvements, that needs to be back, because a lot of individuals do not know about the Adidas Live Run. So,
shout out to the stream team, by the way. I peeped that on Instagram too, no doubt.
Yeah. How can I put it? Like, a lot of individuals, they know about it, but a lot of them didn't. And I wish that a lot of cats that really at that transition time, I wish a lot of individuals really got the opportunity to play the Live Run. I really wish. I got some videos up there where you can actually see it. I got a whole bunch of them, but
and
you can.
My bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can. But experiencing the just experience, playing it, it's a totally different feel. I mean, it's completely different. Go ahead.
I gotta ask you a question, because like I said, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I watch your stuff. I prepare, some questions for you. But obviously, sometimes, like, as I'm hearing you speak, other questions pop up. And I have to ask you this. I know you've been paying attention. What do you think about the fire that the fans have set to 2K for all of the broken modes and features this year?
I mean, honestly, they
have you been paying attention to
I pay attention to
all the problems?
I pay attention.
I figured you had.
I'm on Twitter all the time, man. My Twitter is always going off. I pay attention to everything. That's why I tell people my keyword, everything that I say, homework. You pay attention and you do your homework, you'll know. But I pay attention. I pay attention so much that individuals get mad at me because I tell the truth. It's not something I just don't say that out of my mouth. So I don't say it out the side of my mouth. I've been telling people, and a lot of people get mad at me, gonna try and tell me, okay, I say, I don't need to play 2K15. I don't need y'all to show me anything about the game, because I already know what the game is going to be. The game is broke. I already know it's going to be broke. I knew it was broke when it came out. I don't care what nobody tell me, what they say, what it does, what it do. That don't bother me. The game is broke. And me and one of the fellow guys on the stream team, we talk about it all the time. The professor. But we talk about it all the time. And we always bring it down. It's like right now, we said that when the game came out, that the main thing that 2K always had problems with is their servers. It's always going to be that problem. Everybody said, well, they fixed it. They did this. people, and I say this all the time, and everybody get mad at me, but how you know? Did you play it? I ain't gotta play it. My experience tells me enough. You don't have to tell me anything. And
so I want you to be 100% honest when I ask you this.
Go ahead.
Did you smirk and laugh a little bit when all the problems came to the forefront?
Goddamn right I did. Because a lot of people or whatever like that, or they get on my nerves and stuff, and they try to say, well, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, look, I've been gaming for so long, and I've been playing and doing this for so long. I know. And a lot of people, y'all have to experience for yourself. Okay? And this is what I say. This is what me and a lot of cats and what we talk about. Just to, just give me this. I already knew the server was going to be messed up. Why? Because look at all the stuff that they got in that game. Now, once they officially get those servers all together and they officially get, just think about it. You're going to have millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people on those servers. On your Xbox One and PlayStation 4, they still have a game for the 360 and the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, they completely neglected them systems though, man. They and like this is the funny thing. When I first planned to have you on, I planned to not argue with you because I wasn't trying to start an argument, but I wanted to have a friendly debate with you. But after the 2 weeks, there's not a whole lot I could defend about what you're saying right now because they put themselves in a bad position. You know what I mean?
My thing is, but that's just the server aspect. I never said 2K is a bad game as you play it, but they
got some fucked up gameplay issues too. I can't even front.
That's the part I was going to get to. I don't want to make it into a bashing thing because I want to get to the next part. But my thing is this: everything I've been saying over the years about 2K has always been there. It's just that a lot of the fanboys. Well, I don't want to say the fanboys. I want to say the ones that are in denial and the ones that don't want to accept it, they don't want to see it. To the opposed of to the individuals that are live fans, we've been through that pain. We've been through that hurt. We've seen it. See, the difference between 2K and live is this: live, you see the transition. 2K is the same game. They don't change anything with the game. They add something to amp it up. They might make it look a little bit better. Because if you really, really think about it, the only thing that they change over the years is controls. Why you always got to reconfigure the controls of the game? Live ain't never done that. Live might have added something to make the controls better or give it a little feature, but they never changed it. And everything that 2K has right now, where did it come from? It came from live. Everything came from live. Live is the foundation. Everything came from live. I can't stand that individual say that, well, 2K did this first. No, it didn't. Everything came from live first. All 2K did was roll with it when, when the head honcho went down. And that's what I got to say about that.
So let me ask you this, then. What happened? Like, what happened? Well, let's start with last year. What happened last year? Because I think even you... Now, I've heard that with this new patch that the NBA Live 14 plays dramatically better.
Yeah, it does.
But what happened last year, man?
What happened was that I'm going to let this clear so everybody would know. It was a little bit kind of, dramatic. I did kind of overreact. But the reason why I overreacted last year on some of my antics on what I did last year was that I was excited. Live was actually back. You have to realize I haven't played a live since 2010.
Yeah.
And live has not been out. You got to remember, 2 cancellations. 1 year it wasn't even coming out. And then you come back and you get a game, and then they got everything so hyped up. And what they said and what was going to be in the game and what they displayed, what they showed, what was presented to us, what I was given to, everything. I got so pumped for it. When the game came out, it was like I was shell-shocked. I was like completely shell-shocked, but I still defended it because I still love my game.
That's your shit. It's like defending your girl,
right,
man.
What I mean?
Like I let people look. I might say something to my girl, but you can't say shit about it. You know what I'm saying?
I defended it, but now it's just like, you know what? I accept. I do admit is that the game was bad, but Live 14 had a lot of stuff foundation wise. The foundation on what they could build on and what was going to, a lot of people didn't see what's under the hood. They didn't pay attention to that. All people cared about was graphics. That's all they cared about.
Now Chaos just asked a very interesting question in the chat. He asked, "Do you feel like Mike Wang stole from EA when he was there?"
That's a sensitive question to ask because a lot of you know what? It's not a sensitive question. I'm just gonna say how I feel.
Yeah.
I have nothing against.
No doubt.
I have nothing against Mike Wang. They just had differences, but I feel that some of the things that was already in live, that's what Mike Wang brought to the table. So I don't feel that he stole them. He just took them over to 2K and just implemented them more for that game. So I don't feel that he stole it. He just took something. He just took something with him that he actually did install in Live 10. Because actually he was there since Live 09. Actually, there he didn't become lead gameplay designer until 10.
Indeed.
He went there, and when he did that, he put a lot of stuff in Live 10 that was great. But how I can feel and how I say about it is that a lot of that stuff that was in 10, he did take it over to 2K, and I'm not mad at him for that. I'm not mad about that. It was just kind of shocking on the way that he left. So
yeah, I think it shocked all of us.
At that particular time, I know why he left now. I know why he left. But, But yeah,
it was definitely shocking. I got a few more questions for you. Now, over at the editor's corner, like I said, I think you've already joined, if I'm not mistaken. And I appreciate that, man. We have one of the EA developers over at Live. I think his name is Fernando.
Fernando,
he posted over there a lot, man. We were actually just talking with him, and he started a thread posting the ratings. And I saw that on your Instagram page, you have a few videos talking about the ratings. What do you think about what they've released?
What they released? Well, some of them,
as far as the ratings go,
some of them I agree, but some of them I'm biased. But then at the same time, when I think about it, it's like those are just premature ratings. So there's no point of people getting, they're premature ratings because you got to remember they have the DNA. So that's going to fluctuate. That's going to change dramatically.
True.
So
yeah, that's true.
Them ratings is going to change quick. So the only one, those ratings are a little bit, like I say, they biased to start out with. But when you think about it, a lot of people they don't know. That's like I say, some of the older cats they will know what I'm talking about, but some of the new cats they will not know. So but those ratings they're gonna change. So there's no point in getting mad. Now some of them some of them are kind of iffy, but when you just to start out the gate, but they are iffy.
And I feel you, yeah. But if you get a chance, man, come holler at him, man, because he posts up there a lot more than I thought, man. So if you get a chance, man, come holler at him sometime, man.
Oh no, I can tweet him. I can just direct message him.
No doubt. That's right. I forgot you got a little bit more of a closer hand to the Live family than we do. No doubt. I respect that. I actually just thought of another question, man, because like I said, I'm thinking of these questions as we talk, because we kind of did this on the fly. Why the hell does everybody want EA to fail? It's like it's crazy to see how people root against something they root against something so bad that actually has no kind of effect on them. If you know what I mean, like people have to understand that we benefit from having two basketball games.
Now,
I don't understand why people are so blind to that fact, though. What do you think it is?
You know what? That's a good question, and I'm glad you asked me that. EA did it to themselves, to be honest.
Oh, okay. I gotta hear this.
Okay, EA did it to themselves. Okay, I'm gonna break it down to you. I've been saying this for years. EA did it to themselves. So if EA want to get mad about it when I say this, get mad. Tough. It's the truth. EA did it to themselves. So let's go ahead and do the transition. Let's break it down.
Talk.
Now, everybody knows that NBA Live 07 was a horrible game. They know that.
Yeah.
It was atrocious. It was terrible. And matter of fact, I got a video with this on my channel. Y'all can actually watch it. It's 30 minutes long. So if y'all want to watch it, I broke it down.
Get some popcorn.
So y'all can understand. Yeah, y'all can watch it. And y'all can watch it. And I broke it down, but I'm just going to give you a brief. 07 was bad. They went to a transition where they said they wanted to focus on fundamentals. They went back to the basics of the game. Now from 08, 09, 10, you saw the progressions. You saw the change. You saw the improvements. You saw the direction. You seen where they was going. What they do? Why would you go from NBA Live 10? You want to scrap that and you want to do something completely different with Elite 11. Yeah. You're going to change NBA Live. That's a household name. That was a bad mistake by changing the name.
Big mistake.
That was messed up. That was a horrible mistake. Now, you couldn't go back to NBA Elite because that name got tarnished. You didn't tarnish NBA Live. You just took it away. But you should have never did it in the first place. That was the first mistake. The next thing you did was that you took a lot of the individuals that was there that was on the live project and you disbanded them. You took them away. You gave the project to some guys that was on another project. You gave it to dude, I think his name was Whitman. I forget his name. But he was mainly doing everything on NHL. The actual
I remember when that happened. I remember that. Okay.
Right. The actual idea was for them to bring the physics. They were so adamant on the physics that they did not do the approach properly. EA did that to themselves on that. They should have did the process on what they said that they did with NHL and they did with FIFA. Why do you think FIFA and NHL is so good? Because it took them 3 to 4 years to perfect that. They tried to put everything in live, aka Elite, at that time in 1 year. Now, the foundation in the aspects that they was going to put in the game was solid. The controls, where you control with the left stick with your hands, the feet with your left, that. Everything with the controls was there, but it wasn't complete. They tried to rush it. They should have just stick with Live 10 and fix it up as the years went on. Yeah. They didn't do that. That's their fault. Okay? Now, when they did that, they canceled Elite. They didn't bring out 12 because they didn't have no team at all. Actually, they didn't have a team for a long time because they broke. They brought NBA 13. That game was messed up still. It was nothing but NBA Elite, but they just tried to cover it up with a lot of stuff and try to fix it up. Yeah. They couldn't bring it out. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff that's in there. So with the cancellations, with EA lying, with them, they antics that they thought that they can do a long time ago, that's the reason why everybody is the way with 2K. And EA got their own little thing too, because EA, they wasn't voted. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. I know either it was 2 years or 3 years voted the worst company.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that even though they make money, they antics and what they do and how you treat the fans in the community. Now all of a sudden they listening to the community and they doing stuff with the community and what they doing. The same thing they used to do with Madden. They used to shit on their goddamn community. Yeah. They didn't listen to nobody. Yeah. Now they want to listen to them all of a sudden. Same thing now with Live and everything else. EA put themselves in that spot. And that's the reason why a lot of people say what they say and do what they do, And this is something that's true that a lot of people know, and I told them. I don't like EA Sports. I like Live.
I respect
But it just
that.
so happened that EA makes my game, which is a fucked up marriage.
Yo, that has to be, Chaos, man. That's got to be one of the best answers we had to any question, man. I feel the passion right there, man. Seriously. Now I got one more question for you before we get out of here, Prime.
All right, go ahead.
This is the killer question right here.
All right.
Can Live ever reclaim the crown? And if so, when will it happen?
I told everyone and everybody think I'm on dope. I told them that this is going to be the entrant. This is going to be the introduction of something that's going to be great, so people will actually see. Because the technology that EA has now for making the game now, well, I'll break it down to your question so you can break it down so they end up to the end. Okay?
No doubt.
When you look at NBA Live 14, then they went to the apology, and then Sean said that the technology that we have now. Now listen, when they did that first patch, they upgraded the graphics just a little bit. They did the lighting, they did the patch, and they added everything in the game graphically. That's phenomenal on the fly like that. The technology that they have. Now, NBA Live 14, from that time now, if you played it then, and you play it now, that game plays 10 times way better than when it did when it started. 15, they was already working on 15 once they got done with 14. They was already in the process of making 15.
Yeah.
So with that being said, okay, the way that 15 is going to play now and the focus is the same thing that they was doing a couple of years ago. If they stay on that track and what they was doing, and the only reason why live started falling to 2K is because, I'm going to tell you this, is because of live, when live transferred over to the next gen consoles, to the 360 and the PlayStation 3, it started to fade because Live 06, even though it was still up there in sales, Live 07 was so bad. 2K7 was so good. Everybody started to see 2K7, and Live is so bad. And Live 07 was horrible. So when they tried to raise themselves back up, even though people were still buying Live, 2K was getting that edge. A lot of people think Live 10 sold a lot of copies. It didn't sell that many copies, and it was probably one of the best lives out to date.
I hear a lot of people say that, actually.
You see what I'm saying? So 2K already took it over. If they stay on the same track of building up like they did from 8, 9, 10, and what they doing now, which will be 14, and then implementations of what they did with 14, and then you got 15. The game is already going to be good. They stay on that track. I said that NBA Live 16 will be a threat to 2K, and it has the potential to be on top of the totem pole, and that reign will be back there because people don't have to listen to stuff. Because EA's approach right now and what they're doing, they learn. They listen to the community. They interact with the community. They actually doing stuff to let the community know what's going on. They're being a little bit more direct. They showing you. Not that they want them to show them, but they showing you actually what they're doing. They want you to get stuff hands on. If they do it the right way, the way they're doing, they will be back on the totem pole, or it will be neck and neck. And like I said before, people now will have that option in the preference on what they want, because you can't be like, well, damn, do I want this? Do I want that? It'll be option and preference is a beautiful thing. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Because when you have that option, you will have that preference. Just to give you a prime example. Do you want more visual or do you want more gameplay? Do you want more on? What do you want? It's your preference on what you want. That's why competition is a very beautiful thing. And that's why I say, to me, with the direction that they're doing, with gameplay being the primary focus only, they're not worried about features. They're not worried about modes. There'll be modes in the game, yes, but that's not the primary thing. They worried about gameplay.
I dig it.
And they stay right, and they stay focused on that track. They will be back on the totem pole.
Y'all heard it here first. Now, like I said, man, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to come and holler at us. Like I said, for everybody that's listening, we did this on the fly. I think it came out great. Live is coming out, y'all, next Tuesday, correct?
Yeah, the 28th, yeah.
So we couldn't have got a true live head on at a better time. Now, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do for I'm not doing it for you. I'm not doing it for EA. I'm doing it for me because I like competition. Like I said, I'm getting married this weekend. When I get back from my honeymoon, I'm gonna buy Live, and then hopefully, if you're okay with it in November, we'll have you on again, and we're gonna revisit all of this.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Also, remember the demo and everything dropped. So Thursday, if you have an Xbox One,
I do.
You got Xbox One, you can play it on Thursday. EA Access,
and I got EA Access too for Mac.
Okay,
so
right. So you'll be able to play it early on Thursday. PlayStation 4 individuals don't have that. They don't have that. They only gonna be able to play it on the 28th.
So
when it comes out.
So you might get a message from me on Instagram on Thursday, player. Hey,
yes,
man.
I will be streaming the game on Thursday.
Oh, and that's the perfect segue, man. Can you let the people know before we get out of here and do our shout outs? Let the people know not only where they can find you at, let the people know what your stream channel is, all that stuff, man.
All right. You can actually hit me up if y'all want to get me on Twitter. That's at OptimusP76. That's one. If y'all want to get me on YouTube, you just type in Prime76. To get me on Instagram, that's OptimusP7476. And also, I'm with the NBA live stream team. It's a group of individuals. There are 10 of us. We are all live individuals. Okay. But what our focus is to bring live back to its glory days and back to the top. And that's our main focus. And that's what we do. You can look at it. You can look for us. Just type in NBA live stream team on Twitch. You will get us also on Twitter as well. You can also, me personally on Twitch, just type in Prime76 and my Twitch channel will come up. And I'm very, very easy to find.
Check him out on Thursday, y'all. He said he's going to be streaming on Thursday. Watch for my man on Thursday, all right? You said Thursday, right?
Yeah, I don't know which. Yeah, this Thursday. I don't know which channel I'm going to be doing it on. I don't know if I'm doing it on my personal channel or I'm doing it on the stream team channel. So we're still trying to figure out which one. I don't know. I know for a fact that Saturday I'm going to be doing a stream team as a team. So all 10 members is going to be in the stream that Saturday. But I don't know this Thursday. I will let you know via Twitter. If y'all have a Twitter account or Instagram, I'll let y'all know which channel I will do it on. It might be on the NBA Stream Team channel. I'm not sure. So I'm doing it on that one.
And if you get a chance, man, when you come back, maybe you could bring one or two of your stream team family with us or with you, man.
No problem. No problem.
Right, that sounds good. Hey, man, we're going to get out of here. Prime, shout outs, man. Go ahead and throw them out there.
Well, shout out to my wifey. Shout out to my children. Shout out to the NBA stream team, and shout out to all the fans that's out there that have supported me over the years. I really, really appreciate it. And, you know, much love, you know what I mean? Because you always know I'm going to bring it. So that's what I got.
And I'll end it with this, man. Like I said, I hate to bring the personal into the podcast, but y'all know I got to do it, man, because I ain't trying to get fucked up by the wifey. Everybody, this is going to be the last podcast for me until I get married, go on my honeymoon. It's been a crazy, hectic week. I have to give a shout out to my wife to be, because the next podcast I do, I'm gonna have a wife, y'all. It's crazy feeling to me, man. And like I said, I mean, I'm excited, man, but it's a crazy feeling, man. So shout outs to my wife to be, shout out to the Editor's Corner, shout out to everybody at the Editor's Corner, shout out to Prime for taking the time to come through. And with that being said, we are out.
All right, y'all. Peace out.